Channel 955, it's Jag here with the guys from Honor Society, Michael, Jason, Andrew, Alex. Welcome to Detroit.
Hey.
What's up, Jag?
You guys had a hell of a show in Chicago last night. I was reading the reviews online, House of Blues. You guys killed it last night.
Wow, thank you, man. We had a blast, so
It was a lot of fun.
translated.
It definitely translated on the message board, Facebook, Twitter, everything just blew up. One of my favorite lines from you guys is the line, "We don't throw shows, we throw parties." Can you sort of describe what it's like to be at an Honor Society show?
I mean, that's something that when we first got together as a band, that's something, that's like a mindset that we have going into the show. And, we try to make it an experience for the audience. And so whatever that means, mixing in, the live show with the production, with the musicality, and we try to bring that all together and really have people, get into it and get down.
We also put together like the pre-show playlist, that the music, as we want to make sure as people are walking in, they're getting the right vibes. As they're walking out, they're getting the right vibes. So from minute one till the end, we like to try to just make it a party as if you were walking into someone's dope house party.
One hell of a house party. Yeah. And that's what's so refreshing to see, because you see so many artists now that they sound great on an album, and then you see them live, and it's like, oh.
No comment.
Well, we're not going to name names, but you guys probably know who I'm talking about, and I think that's really great about you guys, that you guys really bring it live, like you're going to do with the Crofoot tonight. And your fans know that too. Show is sold out, so we can't wait for you to come to Pontiac tonight.
Yeah, thank you. We're a band first, and we've been, really just trying to make sure that people get that, because our music is, has a lot of, pop influence and R&B and soul influence, but at the end of the day, we started playing together in the basement, in the garage. So if, we've been together a little while now, so if we weren't good by now, we'd probably have to figure something else out.
That actually leads me into another question I was going to ask you guys. You guys have been getting a lot of love from Rolling Stone, MTV, a lot of critics. What advice would you give to a bunch of guys that are an up-and-coming band and they're trying to really make it big?
I think it's music first. Mm-hmm. I think if your music is right, and if your songwriting is right, and your craft, if you really hone your craft, everything else will then follow suit. And after that, it's really connecting with fans. Once you have the product, once you have the music together, it's really then getting it out there, and that's the next trick, and that's a tough one too.
How do you find that balance between staying grounded and keeping it about the music and about the fans without getting caught up in the whole celebrity vibe of, I've been dreaming about this whole my life, and now I'm a rock star, and I'm up on stage in front of thousands of fans? Like, how do you find that balance and stay humble and stay grounded?
I just drove 4 hours in the van.
That's humbling.
No, the road is such a blast for us. It is easy to get caught up in the moment and sort of get caught up in all the hype, but I think we have each other first and foremost.
Mm-hmm. We check each other.
Yeah. You can kind of slap each other around if it gets a little bit too out of control.
Yeah. It's definitely a family. We love the people that we've put around us as far as our team, and they all just keep us grounded.
Yeah.
Regardless of, even if you're on the way up, no one said it's not bumpy on the way up.
Right.
You could still be on the rise, but still have bumps. So it's so important to just be honest with each other, and and realize that on the way up, on the way down, and the bumps, all that, you really only have however many it is, the 3 of you, 4 of you, 5 of you, however many are in the group. So it's just important. Then the victory is that much sweeter, and any defeats or anything like that is just, they don't hurt as bad because you have your friends with you. So.
Speaking of being on the road, listener Kayla on our Facebook page wants to know your guys' favorite thing to do after a concert.
Go to sleep.
Lately, we've been actually throwing a couple of after parties, which is a first for us. Our fan base has grown with us a little bit, and they can get into bars now and stuff like that. So we've thrown a couple of after parties, but yeah, after a show, we expend so much energy on stage and so high energy. There's a balance of like decompressing, but lately we've tried to do it up a little bit in a couple of different cities.
When you think about like just your average 9-to-5 job, you get home, you need to like lay the, kind of veg out in front of the TV for an hour, even if you're sitting at a desk and not doing anything for 8 hours. To be out rocking out on stage like that, I would imagine you just need to just take a few minutes to just kind of
an hour on stage is like the equivalent of an 8-hour workday, probably.
and it's like an 8-hour workday by the time you do all the stuff before the show.
That's
and
true
meet
too.
And greet and all that sort of stuff too.
Totally.
Michaela wants to know what your favorite part about the writing process is.
Ooh.
It's just fun, like crafting. Like we had a good time just like getting into our rehearsal space and just like really just like playing and like jamming. And through those jam sessions, a bunch of these songs actually on our new record came about. So it's just fun, like having that organic thing that happens when the 4 of us play together. And it's just it's a lot of fun, just playing together as a band. You're
just kind of hanging out as friends, and then all of a sudden somebody hits a note,
it's like
and
you
you're
hear
like
a chord, and then it's just like that inspires somebody else, and then like a different part comes about, and it just like put sort of play off each other.
It's
kind of thing.
it's the excitement, you know. You get that excited, you get that one idea, and everybody's like, "Whoa!" I think that's the best part is you get that like chill, that tingle, and you're like, "We're on to something right now."
That light bulb goes on, and it's just kind of contagious.
Yep.
Speaking of the upcoming album, Christina wants to know your favorite song to perform off the upcoming album. You guys all have different ones. You all have the same one.
For me, it's really a strong tie. It really is. We have a song called "Living a Lie" that I really love to perform live. It's just great funky rock tune. But there's another song on there called "Run for Your Money" that I feel like is a little bit different sound for us, and just not having the album released yet, but playing it live and seeing the crowd really connect to it has been really cool.
So that's the crazy thing about the internet. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. The album's not even out yet, and the audience already knows the songs.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. And as the tour has gone on, you know, our fans have sort of caught on to all the new music. And it's again, as Mike was saying, like it's awesome to see them sort of process it, digest it while we're playing it live. And then, you know, by the last chorus, just be into it as if it was on our last record. It's almost as if they've heard it 300 times before.
And they probably have.
They may have.
Yeah.
How much different is it for an artist today coming up when you have the internet to help you?
Being online was the way we toured before we could tour. You know, it was the way to reach people, even if you couldn't be in their city. You could reach them directly in their room. That's just such a powerful tool, and it was so funny when we first started coming up and we first got the opportunity to tour nationally and even internationally. It would be crazy to see somebody's face in the crowd or in a meet and greet line and sort of like match it up in your Rolodex profile picture.
You're like, I know you.
Yo, that's crazy. Like, you're like Sarah 743.
It's a lot of like not like nice to meet you. It's a lot. You almost feel like, hey, it's great to see you again.
Like I already know you.
Yeah, like I already know you. Exactly.
And it's a great way to keep the conversation going. Like after you've played a city like Pontiac, you know, it's great to get on Twitter and sort of like, you know, start talking to people like, what did you think of the show? Like, what did you like? What did you not like? You know, did you have a good time? And have that conversation, because I think that follow-up is crucial and it, you know, helps us get better.
You guys talked about your fan base kind of growing up with you, where, you know, they were younger, you know, watching you, and now they can get into the bars for the after shows. Did I read this right? You guys have opened for both the Jonas Brothers and Timbaland?
Yes.
That's correct.
I think we're the only band on earth that holds that distinction.
I'd say definitely that we are.
What are some of the differences between opening up for those different artists?
Not as much as you would think.
Really?
Because they're both clearly A-level artists and businesses, and just you know, so from that perspective, you know, in terms of the professional nature of the tour and of the show, it's pretty similar. At the same time, the crowds were a little bit different, obviously. You know, on the Jonas tour when we were on, it's a couple of years ago now, so you know, a lot of those fans were younger at the time. And the Timbaland crowd was probably more college age or older. So I think that's what has made our fan base so cool, because we're not age-specific music. We just like playing music for people, and we don't try to streamline it to younger or older. So that's what I think makes our fan base fun, because there's a wide range of everybody.
Anything you guys would like to say to the people of Detroit?
I will say I'm a huge Red Wings fan.
That is true. That is true. That's
and
no
the
BS.
Season ended as kind of a bummer, but you know, we're just we love Detroit. We've actually played at the Joe Louis Arena before, and that was kind of a trip for all of us. And tonight at the Crofoot up in Pontiac, we're rocking out. It's, I think, our first sold out show in Michigan. So
great.
We're hyped. It's gonna be good.
And you've got Action Item and Caitlin Tarver opening for you guys.
Yep.
Some great artists. All right, it is the Wherever You Are tour at the Crofoot in Pontiac tonight. Release date on the album yet?
We are narrowing it down. We're lasering in on it, but it should be soon. You can actually pre-order the album at our shows, and we will have a release date soon, but we're excited about it. Hopefully all the fans are excited about what they're hearing on YouTube with all the live performances so far.
Appreciate you guys taking the time to come in today. Look forward to a great show at the Crofoot tonight. Honor Society, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
It's The Jag Show on Channel 955.